Good afternoon and welcome along to Training Tuesday. As always, coming to you live here from Southampton. And today we're going to pick up a little bit more about MediaMaster today. This is the last in our 4-week little series we've done on MediaMaster now. We started off with an intro to MediaMaster software, looking at how you can do things like importing media, etc. into the software. Then Chip did a session using the video mapper. Last week we looked at the pixel mapper, and today we're just going to kind of map up any extra features. As always, if you do have any questions, do post them up in the chat and we'll do our best to answer these as we go through the session. Just a quick reminder for you, MediaMaster 26 Beta is available for download and has been for the last couple of weeks. So you can go and grab MediaMaster 26 Beta from the ChamSys website now, and you can even grab your licenses online for MediaMaster as well. A few people have asked us about where we're at with the MediaMaster servers, the VS1, 2 and 4 Plus servers. They are coming soon. We're hoping over the next couple of months to start shipping the physical servers, but as I say, the software, MediaMaster 26 Beta, is ready. We are working towards our next beta already, and then from there a MediaMaster 26 stable. So watch this space over the coming weeks. So let's dive straight into the software here. Now, when I first did the demo back 4 weeks ago, the software had only literally just been released, or was on the edge of being released, and I think I went through the installer, how you install it, etc. But just to remind you, mediamaster.chamsys.co.uk is where you can go and license the software, and from the usual ChamSys website, chamsys.co.uk, you can go through and download the software from there, and it will give you this sample workspace. So I'm running the sample workspace. It gives you the option of downloading some simple media as you install it. We have also included the Visual Prime library, which obviously because of the size of it, it's many gigabyte, but you can get to it from the download page on the website where you can go and download some more media if you want. I'm already seeing questions come into the chat. Joe Warren's asked, can you create Q stacks in MediaMaster to use them in theatre style? Well, actually, that gets onto a good point, because one of the things I wanted to talk about in today's session is presets. We haven't actually looked at those as yet. So you can see I've got a couple of presets stored down here already. Now this is a little bit different. I think where Joe was asking for about can you store Q stacks before, MediaMaster Pro 6 used to have theatre mode in there. Well, MediaMaster 26 doesn't. It's just a single mode. For those who are only joining today who haven't seen the first session and how we get going, a little bit of a recap for you. So MediaMaster 26, this is the user interface here. All new user interface, much more customizable. So you can see I'm just dragging the bar on the left here, so I can choose, okay, I want 2 columns, or if I've got a bigger screen, I can go 3 columns. This is just an HD screen. Obviously, if I'm on a higher res, a 4K screen, I'd see much more of the screen here. So I can say, actually, I just want to see a column of data, and you can drag and move your boxes around. So for me, I might say, actually, well, if I pick up the playback box, I want that here. I want my pre-effects pose to be there, and that's the order I want things in, or maybe actually I have visual I'm not changing often, so I can drop that down. You can drag and move your boxes around and they will stay as you've arranged them. Now, if I go on to my other layer here, you can see as I click through layers, you can see the left side, it changes depending on your selected layer. Along the top here, you see all of your layers, surfaces and outputs. So at the moment I have 4 layers enabled. You can literally just keep adding layers along the top here. If you're on MediaMaster Core, you have 12 layers, MediaMaster Pro, 48 layers. Okay. The free software gives you access to all 48 layers, but of course you get the watermark output every so often as well. So Core 12 layers, Pro 48 layers, and then you've got your surfaces along the top here, so you can keep adding surfaces along like so, and then your final output here. I've only got a single output here, but again, if you've got multiple outputs, that's where you'd see them along here. So you've got your layer, your output surface previews along here, and then this bottom box here is your presets, which again you can resize. Actually, maybe I don't want to see, I haven't got that much in terms of my layers and outputs, etc., so I don't need to see much. So I can resize my presets up here. Now, just come back to Joe's question there about presets. Now you can see I'm running some media across some layers here. On each layer and my surfaces and outputs, there's this little save button here, the little disk icon there. What I can do is I can click that disk and I can drag onto a preset. So I've dragged onto preset 15. You can see I've now stored whatever's happening on layer 1 onto that preset. If I change something, okay, maybe I change the media. Let's go for something blue, MagicQ blue, why not? Pick on some blue media here. And you can see as soon as I've done that, it's changed the file and folder here. So you could click through and change your file and folder by just clicking through like so. There's obviously not too much in that folder, and then you click your save icon, drag down, and you've now stored your preset. Now presets are banked. You have 32 banks of presets, and on each bank you have 128 presets to use, and they're a bit like little saves of a layer, so you can click and recall your preset. Now currently there's no way of doing any sort of stacking on those, and actually, to be fair, MediaMaster, we're calling it video for lighting people. The idea is that actually if you're going to be controlling, you're wanting your theatre stacks, etc., well, here's where you're going to come over to MagicQ over here, and you would start in MagicQ. You would patch up your MediaMaster, so you can see I've actually already got 4 layers of surface and output here. We have already added to the MagicQ library, not under Chauvet Pro. Actually, the quick way is to go choose the media server and pick MediaMaster 26 here. We have all of the default heads here. Now, if you're here in the first session, we talked about in MediaMaster latest software. Actually, you can just choose the attributes you want. You can create a GDTF file. You can export that and drop it in, but of course we try and make it easy for you. We don't want you having to sit there and map DMX attributes, so you can just come in here, pick your mode, so okay, maybe we're in layer all or advanced or whatever, grab it, and then you just go and patch it, and it'll patch in your layers and outputs for you. So you can see I've got 4 layers. You can see I've got myself the text layer here, and so the surface layer here, and my output, and then I would go back and I can change my head numbers, etc. there. I don't know what happened there. We lost connection to my monitor a second. There we go. Right, let's come back. There you go. So you can see I've got the 6 layers here. When you patch it during that View Media server thing, if you go to your setup, View System, View Media window, you'll see here, there should be 6, not 14, because I deleted some layers. You can go and connect, and I can go and check server, and you can see it's now getting a reply from that server. I haven't enabled DMX control on this yet because I wanted to show you presets, but I can then go through and enable DMX control, and I can go and pull thumbnails off the server, etc. there. Now, one thing to note on MagicQ, we do support things like for thumbnails, we support CITP, so I can pull a live previews via CITP. If I jump back to the MediaMaster software here, you do need to enable CITP, so if I go to my preferences and go to output, and go to DMX, well, one, if I want ArtNet, I need to turn that on. I'm not using that because I'm using presets. As soon as I turn on ArtNet, and it receives any ArtNet or Stream ACN or any input data, as soon as you turn that on, that overrides the manual control. So if I turn on ArtNet, I'll lose control to use the sliders here because DMX will override that. But at the bottom here, I could turn on CITP, which is my exchange. And then, of course, if I went back to MagicQ again, I would be able to go and pull the thumbnails off the server if I'd enabled ArtNet, etc., and see that there. So we support CITP, which actually the resolution of that is pretty good these days for live previews. And using for pumping some video into a pixel map, absolutely fine. We do also support things like NDI as well. Now, just a thing to note, if you are using NDI, if I'm on a PC like I am right here, NDI is restricted. So NDI you can only use if you have a Stadium Connect plugged into the system. On MagicQ consoles, compact consoles, the 5070, you have one NDI feed that you can use on those. It's more about processing power on those consoles. They only have 100 meg switches in there. We don't want you hogging all the network bandwidth with an NDI or NDI streams. Stadium consoles do support multiple NDI streams, so the 250 and 500M plus get multiple streams. You configure it here in the setup, View System, View Media window, and you set your type here to NDI, and you'll be able to go and select your device, and it will start pulling off. You can see now it's receiving a feed. I haven't actually got anything set up in this show file, so I can't really show you much, but then I could start pumping that in. If I had things like a pixel map or an output grid, I can start pumping that NDI content into there directly off my server here. Now you guys have been pretty quiet on the chat today, so we talked about presets. Just to recap, I know on last week's session when I was talking through the LED mapper, people were asking about adding content in and where things go. So adding content into the system, well, if I click here, of course there's my media library. And now there's really 2 ways you can do this for adding your own content. We can go into our project and we can add things in via the project itself. So we can do it via the user interface of MediaMaster. The other way we can do this is by actually going to a File Explorer window. So if I open a File Explorer window, I don't actually know where this workspace is in this laptop. I'm going to assume it's going to be in my Documents folder. Maybe not. It's probably on the desktop. Let's have a look. Where's my desktop even gone here? There's desktop here. There you go. Here's a folder here called Media 26. So you can choose where your folder is there, and inside Media here, you can see here's some converted file here. So the MediaMaster has its own proprietary video file, which is video format, which is a Saga file. So there is a Saga converter for you to convert your own files here. But inside your project, probably somewhere here, maybe not. Where am I looking? Let's go and look. I would have thought it'd be in media here, originals maybe. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm not in the right project folder. Probably because it's a default workspace and we've not added any more stuff in there. So it is just the Saga files which I've got in here. I was hoping there might be a little bit more to show you there. Maybe not there. But yes, people have asked, you can just drop media into the folder in File Explorer. You don't have to go and sit and convert it or drop it in via the menu in your Workspace Manager. Of course, you can drop files in this way as well, but a little bit clunky doing that. So you have both options to be able to do that. Cool. Okay. Well, you guys have been extremely quiet on the chat today. This, as I say, is our last session on MediaMaster. We would love to hear your feedback on MediaMaster. We go back to looking at some MagicQ features next week again. Watch this space. We're looking, or in fact we're in testing at the moment of our new MagicQ 1982 version, which will be our new beta. It's under test at the moment, so hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be getting that out of the door. So we're going to give you some preview of some of the new things coming in 1982 next week. But do please give us your feedback on MediaMaster 26. We'd love to see how people are using it already. We can see hundreds of people have already downloaded the software, so we'd love to hear feedback and look forward to seeing you guys using it out in the wild soon. Thanks for joining us for training.